Hello riders, in this kind of tutorial live session I'm gonna show you how is my day-to-day when I open TradingView and check my assets, check my stocks, check my crypto. So how do I navigate through multiple coins as fast as possible? This is what this tutorial is about. So a few tips before we begin. This is a typical TradingView with our indicators chart. So a few tips before we begin. Uh, Three. This helps a ton to go through multiple assets fast, which is the spacebar trick. What is that? When you have your watch list here on the right panel, if you instead of just clicking each one of those at a time and check the chart, you can just select one and then hit the spacebar to go through multiple stocks or coins at a time. You can see I hit the space bars and you can see how it goes to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. This helps a ton when you want to scan multiple coins faster. So the second tip is group the assets. What do I do personally? This is what works for me because this is what I trade every day. So for example, I have a group for stocks. This is the stocks I tend to trade the most. I don't trade all of them at a time. I trade only a few of them when I see opportunities with the process we're going to see right now. I have another group for top index. Bitcoin, for example, I have Bitcoin here, Nasdaq, Standard & Poor, altcoins, oil. This is the group that helps me check how is the economy, what the economy is doing, and most importantly to check what are the leading assets doing. For example, if something happened with the Standard & Poor and Nasdaq, I know that crypto will be affected. If something happened with Bitcoin, I know that altcoins will be affected. So probably these three here, Bitcoin, Nasdaq, and Standard & Poor are the three that I check all the time. Even when I trade on lower time frames, I check these three to see if they are doing fine. I don't enter a trade, for example, on an altcoin if Bitcoin is probably with so many take profit signals or with a short setup. I don't long altcoins in that case, for example. So it is very important to have this on a separate group. And I have another group for my top altcoins that I trade mostly, and another group for potential lagging coins, which are small cap coins. And I have a ton of them here. I check them not every day, but from time to time, just especially when Bitcoin pumps or probably stock pumps, and I'm looking for lagging coins that have not pumped yet. So I go to this list and try to check them. So the third tip here would be the color flags. This is something that I'm using lately, which is helping me a lot. So a very simple tip. You go, for example, select an asset, you go right click and you can select the flag. So what I do here is that if I see a coin that has a potential for a long right now or a potential long in forming, so on the daily chart I tag this with a green candle. If there is a long setup or potential long setup on the weekly, I use a blue flag. On the other hand, if it is a very setup on the daily, I use a pink one, and if it is a very setup on the weekly, I use the red flag, the dark red flag. Okay, so those are my four flags I use most of the time. Having said that, let's go. We've already seen all these three tips here. So, what I look for. This is my guide on how to do this as fast as possible. So I look for first. I take a look for the key levels, and if I see that the stock of the asset is right now at a specific key levels, then I go and look for signals. If there's, for example, we're on a green level and there's a bounce signal, there is a potential down, and I mark this with a green flag or blue flag, depending on the time frame. So let's go check some of them. So let's go see some stocks, for example. Let's go. So for example, I start my day checking the stocks. I see, well, to start the day, I will start with probably Nasdaq. What I see right here on the Nasdaq chart is not close to a buy zone, but just reactive on a red zone. It's kind of the middle right now. Probably alone we had this green candle right here, so I could evaluate a long here probably in the daily or a lower time frame. So I flag this with a green candle on the daily, which is probably a bullish setup. Then I go check the Standard & Poor. Standard & Poor right now is on the no trading zone, just below these huge downtrend lines, hovering a little bit above the rider band. So right now it's just a wait. So does not have my attention right now. Then I probably go check Bitcoin, what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin is going slightly bullish. You can see how this was a perfect bounce signal. Money flow is started increasing up and is just below this resistance line right here. So I tag this with a green flag because it's not a trade right now, but if it closes above this one, then this could be interesting for a potential long on the daily time frame. So this is a green candle, green flag as well. After that, I can check some stocks and hit the space bar and go one by one. For example, I do this first on the daily, and then I do all this process again on the weekly chart. So for example, right now I'm on the daily, Amazon right now, there's nothing going on the daily, it's just been rejected here. So on the daily, there's nothing that have my attention, so I will skip this one. ARK, on the other hand, is very close to this green zone here, which has bounced several times before, but right below this. So I would wait here to see what happens first. This could be a green flag on my daily chart, not to trade right now, but to wait and see if we got another dip here or if it breaks these lines. But you can see it has a blue flag here because on the weekly it does have my attention because it is still above these three support lines, huge support lines here, and this could be a potential bottom for ARK. So it has a lot of my attention, so it's a blue flag for me. Then I let's go to the daily. Let's go to the daily analysis first. This one here, right below this line. Actually, this could be a potential short. There's no short signals right now. It is right below band, tons of resistance lines from here. I will tag this with a red flag on the daily. Not to trade right now. I would like to see some bearish signals before I trade, or probably it goes to this line and then we short. Okay, next one we have I think this is Boeing. Boeing is right here in this key level here. Positive money flow again. No, this would be I wouldn't buy Boeing here. I would wait for a break above here. This is more like a no trade zone for me. If I see a take profit signal, if it goes a little bit up, probably around here, and a take profit signal appeared, it could be a potential short. So I have this on my list with a red flag. Let's go to Best Buy. Best Buy have been rejected from here, resting above rider band, but nothing special. Next one. This BRK rejected. We're here deciding what if it keeps going up or not. Money flow negative. Okay, does not have my attention. And this is very important. You don't have to trade just because you have to. You just wait. If there is not a convincing setup, just wait. Don't force your trade. Wait for an ideal entry. Coinbase. So Coinbase has this probable bounce signal, but it's below this resistance line, and have this zone very close. 45 is currently 40. Yeah, this could be a potential long if it breaks this resistance line right now. So I'm gonna tag this with a potential long. CRM. This is inside a buy zone area. So this could be a potential long if it holds, probably entering along here with a stop loss right here, or wait if it goes down. It's your choice. So green level for me. Next one, Disney. Disney tons of red candles anticipating the move down. Probably will continue going down. A little bit late for a short. I will ideally wait for a reaction, another reaction from this trend line right here. I would evaluate it later, not trading it right now. And I go like this a few minutes more until I went through all my list right here. One more, let's check Tesla. Tesla have a probable bounce signals on the daily. Last one was a very sweet one. This could be interesting. I will have a green flag here. I'm probably going to see a green circle here for bullish circle here for a convergence to the upside. Then let's go check some crypto. Okay, with ADA. ADA right in the middle, nothing interesting, not bullish, not bearish. They are resting below band. On the weekly we have this probable bounce signal. We could have a bounce. We'll track this on the weekly. So the blue flag there. The return to the daily. We see algo right now inside this huge green zone, holding very well. Potential long here. So green flag. And I go like this, just scanning all the coins. Here we have AVAX. We have just had a major bounce. Money flow increasing. This is very interesting. Money flow increasing. So you see my process right here. I go to check key level, check if there's bounce signals, and then I check the money flow finally. Money flow is increasing, it does have my attention. So AVAX has my attention as a potential breakout if this money flow enters flips green. If this flips green, we most probably see this breaking bullish. So this is the third thing that I probably see. So we have these key levels. We check for probably bounce or take profit signals, or we check for the green red candles. All that we look for convergence. We take a look if we are on a key level zone, and if we are in the key level, if there is a bounce signal, a take profit signal, or there is a color candle there, that is convergence for a trade to go to the same direction. And finally, we take a look at the money flow. If money flow is increasing, it's about to flip, then we pay a lot of attention because this could be a probably trend shift for the mid-long term. So this is it, guys. I go to this coin. My final tip of advice is that the lower the time frame, the less coins you should have on your watch list. So if you are a day trader, you can do this process of scanning probably 50 or more assets each day, because you have to pay a lot of attention to the same chart, probably on the 1 hour time frame, the 4 hour time frame, see if there's convergence there. You have to pay a lot of attention to the screen. I can do this process with multiple assets because I mostly trade on the daily and the weekly time frame, so I have a lot of time to make up my mind and take a decision. When I start trading, when things are heating up, I see a potential macro reversal, and I go to day trading and I start doing something trading, I forget, I don't track all of these coins. I probably focus on these key coins and see if there are bounce signals right there. So for example, we saw algo right now. If we saw algo on the daily and I track this with a green flag, then I say, well, decision time, I'm gonna enter or not. Then I probably go to the 4 hour time frame and see if there is convergence. There was for example here probable bounce signals while this was inside the green zone here, so that was a really good setup for the long. It already bounced. So that's what I do if I want to enter a lower time frame. I check the conversion theory with higher time frames, then I go to the lower time frames. This is if I want to go to lower time frame, because most of the time I could only just stay on the daily and buy here with very little leverage or no leverage and hold for a few days or weeks with a stop loss, of course. So this is it, guys. I hope this training was useful. Sorry because it was a little bit too long, but I really want you to get inside my mind of my decision making process, and let's keep riding the train together.